What's up, guys? Welcome back to the church. I know I've had a ton of comments about people asking what's going on with the church project. Well, the truth is I've just been busy and my mind's been other places. I need to get this done. It's definitely on my mind, but good weather, I like to work out the farm and try and not deal with so much mud out there. Here, the mud's kind of, I can deal with it. Not a long-term thing. So I got my form completely done here for this next pour, and we're going to be working on pouring this today. I didn't show it, but all I was doing was just put some kickers against this. You guys saw me build most of this form, and you know that we're only pouring it to this height right here. So, it's time to get everything just into place for the pour. I've got to get garden hose outside. I've got to get electric cord out there for the vibrator, and it is just a solo operation today for this pour. I'm going to do this one by myself. It only requires about 30 bags, probably 32, something like that. So hopefully I can get that done by myself. It's getting hotter and hotter out there. I got a pallet of concrete sitting on my truck. The truck's squatting, she's crying. I'm going to be crying as soon as I start lifting those bags too. So let's just get it done. Look at my wheelbarrow I need to use. Heaped full with the hardware, nuts and bolts, plumber's putties, etc. Where do I put this? I don't know. There you go. Those are some yard sale bins right there. If you need it, I guarantee it's in there. Good luck finding it. Buck a piece, take them with you. So here's my pallet of concrete. These are 80-pound bags. And I had a lot of people last time ask me why I went with bags versus a mixed truck. I saved a ton of money actually. By the time you add on their delivery fees and how much per yard it is, and this stuff is heavily discounted when you buy 42 bags or more from Lowe's. Plus I use my Lowe's card and get another 5% off. I think I got the whole pallet for like 130 bucks. It's 42 bags. So that beats the heck out of a mixed truck. I mean, it's a little more work, but definitely save a pile of money doing it this way. Especially this pour today is so small. Like that one, you know, I still save money, but would have been nice to have a truck. This little guy here, this shouldn't be bad. That's why I'm not so afraid to do it by myself. So we're getting there. Let's have a look at the form real quick. There she is. I gotta center my rebar once we get it up this high. This last piece is kind of wobbly, but the edges are sealed up nice. I have to spray some form release down on the wood, and then I've got some bonding agent to spray over here on the block so we get a good bond to the existing wall. We should be about good to go. Gotta try not to get it on the rebar and not to get it on the block. This forms came off pretty good last time, so hopefully we won't have too much trouble this time either. I just kind of spray it heavier at the top here and kind of let it run down. The wood soaks a bunch of it up because it's already used form board. The ingredients in the concrete really suck the moisture out of it. I think you guys should be able to see there. I kind of placed the camera at a spot where I'm at risk of losing this stupid thing down in here if this doesn't work out. The bonding agent seems to be spraying a little easier than it did the last time. It was a lot colder last time. It's supposed to get up to mid 80s today, maybe even 90. Okay, we got this wall here pretty well bonded up. Got a nice little puddle of it down there on the footer. This stuff actually says not to use it on horizontal surfaces for some reason, but I can't imagine a little bit down there is going to hurt. Should just anchor a little bit better. So yeah, let's get the generator fired up, the mixer fired up, and we're ready to go. Well, if we need more than that, we're screwed because that's all I got. This is gonna suck. The last thing I want to do too before I forget about it, I went all through the engine on the mixer the other day, got her running very nice. I do want to throw some grease at it and all the fittings real quick before we get started. This is 1972 according to the engine code, so if the engine's original, and I'm thinking it is, this is a pretty old mixer and she's in great shape for the age, so I'm gonna do my best to keep her in great shape, and it should serve me well the rest of my life. I don't use it enough to wear it out. Got 3 fittings on this unit, one there, one up here on the back of the drum, and one over here on the pivot. Tell you what, this is something I haven't done in a while. Used a manual grease gun. The electric guy really got me spoiled. Oh, and it's out of grease. You son of a diddly. Got everything greased here. See what the old barrel looks like. Well, she looks just right nice. I oiled it before, before I put it away last time. How do you like the sound of my voice in here? That's pretty wild, huh? I should do all my voiceovers in here. It would be tremendous. That's fun. Anyway, everything looks pretty good. No heavy rust or anything. We'll just give this a spritz down with the old hose before we throw a bag in here, and we'll get rocking. So we're about ready for our first bag here. Oh, buddy. That shouldn't be too bad. At least I'm kind of in the shade for the next 5 seconds. And the sun's gonna get me. Let's get working. That's 3 bags down. Oh, what, 26 to go, 27? We'll see exactly how many it holds. Time for a time lapse and go. So the biggest problem about doing this by yourself is keeping all the surfaces clean in the drum and the wheelbarrow. If I use this mixer every day, I don't think it'd be any trouble, but you get a little bit of light surface rust on the drum, and I think like the concrete sticks to that really easy. I'm putting 3 bags in at a time. The drum had actually mixed like 4 or 5 easy. The 3 fits in the wheelbarrow nice. I want to take a minute to talk about concrete consistency too, because there was a lot of talk about that in the last time I poured that wall. Most people think that concrete is supposed to be like runny and liquid. It's actually not. The less water you put into concrete, the stronger it's gonna be, because when that water escapes, it makes the concrete like shrink, so you'll have issues. So especially in like walls, things that create a lot of pressure on the formwork, you know, when you're stacking concrete vertically, it's pushing a lot of weight out on these forms. So the drier you mix it, the less weight's pushing on the forms. So that also helps you in that regard. Like that last batch was a lot wetter than I wanted. I forgot to dump the drum after I rinsed it out. So there was more water in there than needed to be. That's why I kept adding bags. And now this batch here, this is pretty close to the way I want it, but it could have been just a hair wetter. It doesn't really stick together on its own that well yet. But see, I'm putting it on top of a batch that was already a little too wet. So once I vibrate it, that moisture, the vibration pulls the water to the surface. That'll soak through this whole batch, and it'll be perfectly tied together with the load underneath of it. Pretty consistent. So yeah, you don't really want to make your concrete runny unless you're trying to like work it into teeny little holes and stuff. And even still, you don't have to make it as runny if you got a vibrator, because it'll pretty much just shake it in there for you. So yeah, let's get this dumped in there and we'll vibrate this down. We just pulled all that moisture right to the top, and now it's creamy. Like another good wheelbarrow or so will get us done. I haven't been keeping count, but this could be our last batch today. If I can reach it. So maybe I shouldn't even say anything, but I haven't even looked at my forms yet, but I don't see any bulging or bowing. Maybe just the slightest bow in the middle of the form there at the bottom set, but not bad at all. That'll just match the bow I got in this one. When I do this section here, this is going to be the biggest section I'll do. I'll really brace the crap out of this one because I learned from that one. Definitely need more bracing down low. Nothing blew out, but you know, it could have gone bad real quick. So here we are. I think we're gonna get 2, maybe 3 more bags in here, and we should be good to go. Fire in the hole. So just to show you, this is perfect consistency. It kind of makes a ball. It'll kind of stick to itself, stand on its own. That is just how you like it. They measure this stuff, and you know, big projects that call for it, they measure the texture and consistency of this stuff. I guess not texture, just the consistency, like how wet it is. They measure that in what's called a slump cone. So they take like this cone shaped thing and they pack it full of concrete and snack it over just like they do at DQ with the McFlurries, and they pull it off, and then how far it settles down is what slump it is. Yeah, it might do her. So I actually forgot my float at home, but I'm pretty sure there's a trowel in the church, so I'm gonna go dig around for that. It's not mine, but it was here, so I guess it is mine. Uh-huh. That'll work. So if you know anything about finishing concrete, you know that I'm not good at it. Especially with this thing. I hate these things. I can use a regular old float pretty decent. I just feel like you're disconnected because you have a handle. I'm actually gonna back this ramp out of the way and take these 2x4s off so I can get down and strike this off nice. All right, now that those are out of the way, makes this a great deal easier. I've got this, there's a line back here I'm following. That's level, and that's just slightly higher than the front. This is a windowsill, so if any water lands on it, you want it to slope outward ever so slightly. Maybe not looking professional work, but it's good enough for who it's for. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but yes, it does taper from a little wider over here to the correct width over here. These blocks have this, can you see that where I'm pointing? These blocks have this texture on them. Rather than trying to chisel that off and make it look weird when I'm done, I just left it up against there and sealed it up. So it's gonna have a little edge there, and I can just kind of rough it up with a rock hammer and make it kind of match this where it ties together, and then go out that way. Most of this is gonna be a below grade anyway, so you'll never see it. Now we gotta hurry up and clean our tools all off, the mixer, the wheelbarrow, the trowel, shovels, my dad's ramp before he kills me. We'll get all this stuff cleaned up, and then we'll go inside and check out, see how the forms fared in the basement. Okay, walking down these basement stairs for the first time since I poured it. What are we looking at? Hey, she looks good. Maybe just a slight belly both ways right there. Not too bad. You probably only see it if you put a straight edge on it. And this upper section looks great. I don't see any distortion to it at all. And remember, our top of concrete's right here, so yeah, it's looking good. Okay guys, it is the next day. The concrete should be plenty hard enough for us to go ahead and strip this form, so let's get this off of here and see what she looks like. She's still making heat there. Oh yeah. So nothing very bad, but do have a little bit of honeycomb in places, you know. Nothing's not to be expected. But I think she looks pretty good. I'm noticing my sill here, I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, slightly higher in the middle it looks like. I bet you if I put a straight edge across there, I'm a little high in the middle, but no matter. When they put a window in here, it'll all be shimmed out anyway, so it doesn't really matter as long as it slopes the water outwards. I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing sprayed down with some Cure. It's still in the green stage, so I don't know if you guys can see on camera, but concrete in this stage has a little bit of a green hue to it, and it's still warm to the touch, like it's hot almost. That's the chemical reactions going on in the concrete. And so the sealant keeps the air from getting to it too quick and letting it dry out too fast, causing cracks. Big reveal. Nice. Yeah, this side looks even better, which is good because Well, you're really never going to say either side. The inside's going to have studs and drywall over it, and this one will have dirt just a few inches below the windowsill there. So looks really good down low. It looks like it tied together well. I'm happy with it. This little bit over here on the edges where it bonded to the bricks, I figured I'll just take a rock hammer and kind of bust that up and texture it to match this block here. But like I said, it's going to be covered up so high anyway. That's why I wasn't worried about it. All right, get this outside sprayed down and we are done. I went a little heavy on this because I knew I was about out, so I just wasted it on here. Can't hurt. Should be good for another 100 years. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this little video of the one-man band just doing what I can. This next section here, that's going to be the next phase of this project. Once that section looks like that section, this foundation is going to be good as gold over here. And then we can start proceeding with other phases of the church. As of right this minute, let's give you a little walkthrough. As of right this minute, I am preparing, this is Thursday, tomorrow and Saturday, we are having a sale here to try and get rid of some of this. So that'll be a lot nicer. Today I've got a giant trash heap to get rid of and some scrap to throw out the window back there just to get ready for the sale. Me and Miss Eva come down here last night and swept up the floors a bit so people can walk through here without going to the emergency room when they leave. But it's still a big mess, but we've got some stuff out of here and got a lot more to get out of here. So if we can sell even half these church pews this weekend, I'll be so excited, and there'll be so much room for activity up here. Anyway, that's it for me this time, guys. I'll catch you on the next video. If you like the video, don't forget to tickle that little thumbs up button down there. Catch you on the next one. Later.